It is the Homemade Broadcast, episode 585. My name's Will Kuncz. This is Anna Hummel.
Hi.
Hey, big news today.
Yeah, not good.
Not
We'll
good
get to it.
news. Yeah, there was a death today. I don't even know if you could call it
Yeah.
that. But we're going to talk about that in the extra time. Welcome to the program. We're going to get to some local stuff first. I like to talk a little local, just things and happenings. Football's back. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah.
Football's back, baby.
Love football. Sports in general.
A big fan.
Big fan of sports.
Okay.
Love it.
Well, did you know the University of South Florida is back in the top 25 at number 18?
What?
Did you know
in
that?
The country?
In the country,
Are
number
they
18.
D1 school?
They are a D1 school. Yes, they are.
Amazing. D1 is the D you want to be in, right?
Yeah.
That's like the major
It's
players.
number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's right. Yeah, if you're like going to move on to the next level, usually you have to be playing Division I football.
Gotcha.
But really only like a few of those guys that play Division I football actually make it to the NFL.
And then sometimes when they do, they murder people.
That's true. That is true.
That's when I learn about them and their athletic career.
Yes.
Wait, he did what? Okay, I'm interested.
Yeah.
Oh, cornerback? Great.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Well, it is exciting for me. I went to the University of South Florida. I witnessed many of their golden years, making it all the way to number 2 in the country.
Wow.
And then they played a little team. They just beat Auburn and West Virginia, I think. And then they made it all the way up to number 2, which is like one step away from being the best team in the country.
Yeah.
Before 1 is 2, 2 is 1. So they were really close. I mean, you're going to...
I understand how winning
works.
I just wanted
to tell you, just in case you didn't know, numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was a very exciting season. And then...
Who'd they lose to? Auburn or
Rutgers.
Alabama? Ew.
Rutgers came in. I knew they were going to lose because they had a running back at that time by the name of Ray Rice. Does that make any?
It actually does.
Yes, of course. Ray Rice, infamous for
known for playing football off the field
with people's heads
in an elevator.
His ex-girlfriend's head, which I think they might still be together.
No, I think it was his girlfriend, now wife.
Yeah. So wow. But yeah,
way to reward bad behavior.
Well, he was done in the league after that. He was a very good running back. He was a Pro Bowler, and all of a sudden that unfortunate incident happened, and there happened to be a camera in the elevator, and he knocked her head off, and he never played football again.
Ever,
to my knowledge. Yeah, ever for any other league.
Yeah,
and he was like in his prime too. But he came to town with Rutgers. That's who he played for, and I think he had like 200 something yards rushing, and of course South Florida lost, but it's still a good year. But it's been very bad. It's been a very bad year or 10 years, decade for South Florida football. Embarrassing, just not the team that they once were. Went through a lot of coaches. Sometimes they'd have like minor successes, and then once a coach has a little bit of success with South Florida, he takes another job and goes somewhere else. Willie Taggart comes to mind.
Yes. He went to like Oregon.
He went to Oregon and then I think from Oregon he went to Florida State
FSU.
and didn't do well at either school, but he had some success here in South Florida.
Wow.
That tends to be just the way it goes. It's kind of one of those schools like a lily pad to a big like SEC job or whatever. So we'll probably lose this coach, the Alex Golish guy, because it started week 1 versus Boise State, ranked number 25 in the country. USF surprises everybody, wins. And then this week, playing the Florida Gators in Gainesville. And I mean, that's a tall order. The Swamp is like kind of one of those legendary campuses and stadiums where it holds like 80-something thousand people. I think more than Raymond James Stadium holds. And went in there and won.
They
somehow.
Won by a large margin?
No, by a very small margin. I think it was 1 point.
Dang.
Actually.
Sometimes that's the best.
Yeah.
It stings worse that way.
Yep. And it was thrilling to watch. I got to say, I watched every moment, sat on the edge of my seat, and it just made me realize how much I missed football. And it's good that it's back. and they're ranked all the way up to number 18. They got Miami this week on number 5 in the country. So what is that? 13 spots ahead of USF. I'm doing my math right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big game. I'm excited for this one. I do not think that they will win this game versus Miami.
Don't you want to have a little faith?
I want them to, but I'm also realistic about, what those are. I mean, listen, I'm going to place a bet on them, a small bet, and I'm going to claim that I knew it all along if they do happen to win, but I'm not expecting them to win. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My expectations are tampered. But I saw this story too, and I don't know if you really know. I don't really know either, but there's this thing called the Associated Press poll. And what they do is these journalists, I guess, have some sort of credentials to vote for the top teams in the country. So there's a coaches poll, and then there's an AP poll, the Associated Press poll, and you just rank teams based on your feelings. There was a lady in Southern California who actually moved the Florida Gators up 2 spots after getting beat by South Florida, and did not put South Florida in her rankings at all. South Florida beat Florida 18-16 in the Swamp on Saturday night. Haley Sawyer is her name, covers the USC athletics for the Orange County Register, moved Florida up 2 spots to number 14 on her ballot after the loss while keeping USF unranked. The ballot drew predictable pushback on social media from USF fans, in particular when pressed about moving Florida up after a home loss to an unranked team. She declined to explain her reasoning. I would imagine what happened was she thought that Florida won.
Yeah.
It was just a mistake on her part. But she didn't just say, like, I made a mistake and maybe there's pressure on her. Like, I've heard the angle, like, she's a woman in sports writing. She's going to really take a beating if she makes a mistake.
Okay.
But also, if you make the mistake, I feel like it's better to just come clean, because when you're trying to cover it up, it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Watergate.
That's a great example. It wasn't so much that Nixon had his guys break into the hotel. It was the fact that he denied it for so long. That's what really sunk him. Sawyer did explain her general approach, saying that she considers both week-to-week performance and overall season, including what kind of culture a team has developed. She defended the AP poll system as imperfect but functional. She said that there's tons of people that vote in the AP poll. It's not a perfect system, but at the end of the day, no matter who you pick, it does even out because there's so many people that vote. I don't get that. She also seemed to view the controversy as part of fun, saying it really is fun for a discussion. It doesn't probably matter in the end, but I'm glad that people are having a really good time with it. The rest of the AP voters handle things differently. USF jumped into the rankings at number 18, while Florida dropped out entirely after losing at home. And despite Florida's exit from the poll, Missouri and Auburn's entry gave the SEC a record 11 ranked teams. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of people were giving her crap, and I've heard a lot of people defend her because, she's a lady in sports journalism, but she still did a silly thing. And I wish she would just say, I'm sorry, it was University of South Florida and University of Florida. I got confused.
Yes, I'm equally as upset about this.
I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Maybe not. So this one kind of has to do with you, sort of.
Like 3 people removed. Sure. Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe
it's your former employer.
Yes. Yeah.
So I know you talked about this for a long time, and Bubba the Love Sponge obviously released a documentary, which I think he put it out.
I believe, yeah, I think that there was a premiere that happened last week or something.
I saw something on social media that it was number 1 in documentaries on iTunes or something.
Maybe.
But he's been working on this for a long time. Now, he didn't edit this and put it together, right? He paid somebody, movie
I don't
maker.
even know if he paid somebody. I don't know if it has anything to do with him. It's just about him and his life. I don't know. But I was in this.
You were in it. Do you think you're still in it?
No, I am definitely not in it.
You're definitely not.
Yeah, I did see he did a private showing. It was, I don't know what it is now, because to be honest with you, I'm very much removed from the situation, but at the time it was going to be like a 3-part series sort of deal. And so episode 1 was a rough version of that was done. And so there was a private viewing. This is probably like 2.5 years ago, maybe something like that. And so, dude, I stayed probably till like 1 a.m. that night. I was delirious, but we watched it. It was great. I was in it. So I was like, woo, this is awesome. And then shortly after I was fired, I guess there was another viewing, like they updated it. And apparently I had been removed, which, hey,
what a pain for the editor that they had to go back and remove
again,
you.
what I saw was like a rough edit. So I get it. It was, listen, it was entertaining, mostly because I was like, I'm in it, man. I was a person. Hey, I'm in it. Sorry. But yeah, so congrats to them and their team, but it seems like they're not quite out of the water yet, because there's some news with Nick Hogan, which I believe you were about to talk about.
This is from Creative Loafing. In a case involving the estate of late professional wrestler Hulk Hogan and the radio personality Bubba the Love Sponge Clem, a federal judge Thursday issued a temporary restraining order to block the use of a sex tape in a documentary about Hogan. Did he put the tape in the documentary?
I honestly don't know, but I think it's like you can't even show a still shot from it. Like any sort of part of the tape is off limits. So I don't know. Again, I saw a rough draft almost 3 years ago, so I have no idea what's in it now.
Yeah. I mean, I could totally understand if the tape was actually in there.
Yeah, I don't think that they would show the actual tape, but I don't know. Again, I don't know. I'm speculating, but maybe there was like a still shot of it, but I don't know.
A U.S. District Judge Tom Barber issued a 7-page ruling that said that Clem has been involved in developing the documentary, which the estate contends would include personal information about Hogan, whose real name was Terry Bollea, and excerpts from his sex tape. Okay, so I guess he did put, I mean, that's dumb. You can't do that. Obviously, you shouldn't be doing that. Do you even need to see it? Everybody saw it.
I didn't. I tried to look it up, but
I saw
it's been scrubbed.
I saw
when you say you saw it, was it like a 3-minute thing, a 7-minute thing?
It was pretty short, yeah.
1 minute thing,
maybe 3 minutes, I think.
And could you make out what you were saying, or was
I didn't
it
see
grainy
camcorder? Yeah, grainy. Like,
07 camcorder.
Yeah. No, I didn't see any hog, or I think I saw her nude, but not great quality. Not anything memorable that would like go into the spank bank or anything.
Was there anything that was like said that was noteworthy?
The only thing I really remember from the tape was he said that he ate like a pig before and he was too full or something, which I know exactly. I know exactly what he's talking about. You
gotta go reverse order. We've talked about this so many times. It's like when people go, yeah, we went out to dinner and then we went home and, did the deed. Yeah. I'm like, you're a filthy pig.
Yeah.
Disgusting, just full of like chicken parm, farting,
pasta.
You got to go reverse order. You shack up before, then you get cleaned up, and then you go out to dinner, and then you just fall asleep full like the disgusting pig that you are.
Yeah, that's the best. Now have a few glasses of wine at dinner.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to do is bang. After that.
And listen, I don't know. I'm not a man, so I don't know what it'd be like. But I know sometimes as a woman, you're in position. Sometimes you're like a pretzel. You know what I mean? You get folded in half.
Sure.
And there's a lot of pressure on my colon.
Yep.
Which holds poop and farts.
Yeah.
Please don't push on me. Please don't push on me.
I guess it was kind of one of those, maybe it was like he didn't know that this was gonna go down. I'm assuming he didn't know. And then Bubba was like, yo, you want to get in there?
He's like, not really.
Not right now. I ate like a pig, brother. I'm like a stuffed pig right now.
The most relatable porn I've ever seen.
I would love to know how that. Did you just surprise him with it and be like, yo, you want to get down on my wife? And he was just like, okay, brother. Sure. I'm in. Literally. Stuffed pig and the hog. Yeah. Anyway. So this U.S. judge issued a 7-page ruling that said Clem had been involved in developing the documentary, which I see in the comments. Apparently, he's denied and said he was just interviewed for it. I don't know. He played excerpts from the sex tape. The ruling said that Clem, a former friend of bollea, what's that word?
Surreptitiously.
Good one. Recorded the wrestler in 2007 in a consensual private conduct and transferred the video to a DVD. Gawker Media later posted an edited version of the sex tape online, and bollea sued Gawker and Clem. Bollea reached a settlement with Clem that included the radio host transferring his rights to bollea of depictions of the wrestler, including the sex tape. The Tampa-based judge wrote, bollea registered the sex tape with the United States Copyright Office. Wow. And the estate alleges that Clem in June began violating the agreement by talking about bollea's personal life. Bollea died on July 24th, and Clem continued. Oh, was that already July 24th?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, time's flying by.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like this just happened. And Clem continued to speak about him. So Bubba wasn't even allowed to talk about him? I mean, he talks about him a lot. That's all. Every time I see a clip come up, he's talking about.
Well, every time
Hogan.
I was on the show for 4 years, he talked about him. So
yeah,
confirmed.
Yeah. The documentary is scheduled to be released on September 12th with a private viewing scheduled for Friday. The estate filed a lawsuit making a series of allegations about copyright infringement, federal trademark infringement, and breach of contract. It also sought a temporary restraining order to prevent Clem from promoting or publishing the documentary and other related content, discussing the sex tape or circumstances surrounding it, making any video content relating to bollea. I mean, he's been doing that like crazy. Like I said, if I go on the HMBradio page and I scroll by, Bubba videos will pop up, and it's something about Hogan.
Well, yeah.
Every single time.
Well, I mean, the documentary just came out, and he's, this is his life's work.
But he knew he shouldn't be talking about him, right?
Listen, there might be a statute of limitations on it.
I don't think so. Making any video content relating to bollea. I mean, he makes content from his radio show.
Yes.
That's video. So I don't think you're supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, but is this just a recent what's the word?
It sounds like it was from the original judgment.
Oh, the original judgment, or
That's what it sounds like to me.
What's the restraining order?
I mean, I'm getting the impression that's from the original judgment. The estate filed a lawsuit making a series of allegations, including copyright infringement, federal trademark infringement, and breach of contract. It also sought a temporary restraining order. So this is
a temporary one. So this was just put in place, I think, recently. So listen, I don't think Nick cared until obviously his dad dies. He's trying to protect his dad's name. And imagine your dad just died. You're going through that. You're grieving that. And then it's like, hey, guess what's coming out?
Yeah.
A video, a documentary about your dad's darkest hour. So, he's not upset by it. But who isn't upset by it is his sister Brooke. Sounds like she is in lockstep with the sponge.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What's up? What? I mean,
I think she went to the premiere.
Really?
And I think when I say I think, it means I know because I saw pictures.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Odd. Well, they weren't speaking, right? The Hulkster and
yes,
Brooke.
I think her and her father were estranged.
Yeah.
So, and I think Brooke, here's the thing. Brooke didn't talk to her dad. Doesn't sound like she's on great terms with her brother. And I know she's not really talking to her mother. Then you kind of got to ask yourself, if you think it's everybody else, is it you?
Yeah.
But I do think in this case, to be honest with you, Brooke is probably the most level-headed one because she just wanted out of the limelight, out of the chaos, and her family is wildly chaotic, or was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, I mean, that's insane to even put that was the whole thing. I don't think you need to put stills from the video into your video.
Yeah,
everybody knows what the deal is.
Right. And again, I don't even know if there was. Maybe there wasn't.
That sounds like there was.
But
I don't know how they would know, though, if they haven't premiered it yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe even just talking about it or referencing it. I don't know. But I do know that the documentary has been made and it is out. So what happens here? I mean, it's not a criminal thing. So at most he would just get sued or.
And this documentary is from his point of view. It's Bubba's point of view about what happened to him. You would say it happened to him.
Yes. So it's basically just about the leak, who was involved. I kind of want to see it because there's a lot of players that we know.
Yeah,
like Calta's in there for sure.
Was he interviewed for it? I'd like to know
well,
that.
I think they attempted to interview him.
Yeah,
if you know what I'm saying.
He's probably not allowed to talk about it.
No, he's not talking about it. No way. But he's definitely a part of it. I haven't seen it, but I know he's a part of the story. I know Spice Boy's in it.
Mm-hmm. In the documentary, interviewed.
No, not interviewed. I mean, like by name is what I mean. Like they're talking about him and what happened, and then Tony Burton, Mike's agent as well. Not interviewed though. I don't think interviewed, but I can't imagine them not being named because the whole point of the documentary was to get out the truth, which is I didn't leak this. This happened to me, and it caused a wedge between my best friend. That's true. I would agree with them on that. But why did you even have it? That's the big thing. Well, I guess you're gonna have to tune in and find out. Why would you have that video? If it's your, I mean, it seems like maybe you'd want to do something with it in the future. I don't know what, but it's bizarre to even have that available to be stolen. Fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth. Because I know that his thing is that I was wronged. I had this stolen from me, which is true. But you also had it to be stolen, which is weird. And it makes me think that maybe something nefarious, or some maybe blackmail down the line, or maybe he was pleasuring himself to. I don't know. I mean, listen, I don't judge anybody. Well, I judge you really hard. Yeah. I'm actually the most judgmental person you know. If you got a weird sex thing going on, I'm going to judge you for it. I'm sorry. That's just where I'm at in my life. But I mean, has he ever said anything about that? Like why he even had it to begin with? Not to me. Okay. Did anybody ever call and ask, like, why did you have that? Frequently. And what did he say? Shut up, buddy. Okay. All right. Well, I'm interested to see the documentary. Maybe Bubba will answer that question of why you had that tape to begin with. I would like to know. I mean, even if it is like I was using it for my own gratification. Thank you. Then, okay. You're weirdo, but okay. But now we could move on. And you're right. It was stolen from you. And that's not nice. Not nice. Not a nice thing to do. It was, I would say, a mean thing to do. Yeah. That would be me as a lawyer, by the way. My client had something done to him that was not nice. In fact, I'm gonna leverage and say it's mean. It's a mean thing. Court adjourned. But yeah, I don't know. That whole thing was crazy, man. It was fun. Yes, and God, it would have been so great if I was like in the mix here when it was happening. Yeah, because it's definitely not as fun. It was still fun when I was working with Bubba, and like sometimes every once in a while things would come out on maybe TMZ or New York Post. There'd be something about like Bubba, and just to be near that level of Bubba was a legend in what he did for sure, no doubt, no one can question that. So that was kind of cool to be around. But I remember peripherally like seeing it when I was in Detroit, Michigan. It was going down in 2016, the whole Gawker thing. So I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm moving to Tampa in 2 months. It's a crazy place. Little did I know. Bubba. Yeah. You were so happy. I turned into Jennifer Coolidge, like the 4th of July. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. I don't think I was working for the Bone when Bubba was there. No, because you started after me. Post Sponge, yeah. Yeah, and shortly after me. But. Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's interesting. I can't wait I will watch it. I will buy it if I have to. I definitely want to see it. I want to see it. I don't want to buy it. Yeah, I get it. I don't want to support, but I will watch. Right. Well, maybe I'll buy it and I'll let you watch it. Oh, thank you so much. Maybe we can stream it. Do a movie night? Live stream. Oh, yeah. Live stream it? Talk about it. It's just going to be me going, no comment, no comment, no comment. I see in the comments he said he never spanked it to the tape. Okay. Spanked it? Yeah, I think he's talking about. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Sorry.
Watching it and
Got it.
gratification.
Thank you
for yourself.
The visual help. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. We got time for one more small thing, I think. I don't know how I feel about this, Anna.
What?
The Creative Pinellas got defunded, I think, from like Doge type of stuff. Now they have a art museum, or not a museum, but a gallery that's at the Florida Botanical Gardens. I go to the Botanical Gardens frequently to walk around. It's a very nice park.
Oh, is it in Largo?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been there.
Yeah, and they have a little art gallery in there, Creative Pinellas, and it, I guess, gives grants to artists and stuff, and they create art and they showcase it. And this is probably one of many, but this is where I've seen Creative Pinellas, and it's really nice. And there's some cool art in there a lot of the times. And I also think, though, why is taxpayer money going to that? I don't know.
I don't have an answer for that.
But let's listen to this story. This is from WFLA, and we can learn more about what happened to Creative Pinellas.
Pinellas County arts community say they are shocked and angered after last night's commission meeting. County leaders voted to stop funding Creative Pinellas, an organization that helps local artists. News Channel 8's Marilyn Parker is live tonight in St. Pete. Marilyn, you were at the meeting last night. I remember you saying the room was packed. You followed up with a few of the artists today. What did they have to say about this?
Well, they worry about the future of murals like the one you see behind me. I actually spoke with the artist who made it. She said she did this and many other pieces with the help of Creative Pinellas, and now she's worried emerging artists won't have the same opportunities. The arts are all over downtown St. Pete. Some argue it's part of the culture and what keeps people coming here.
Builds it up, especially for the tourists.
Ask Laura Spencer or Miss Crit. She's an artist and mural tour guide who says 20% of her patrons are from out of state.
But it goes without saying that the arts bring people to Pinellas County.
This wasn't enough for county commissioners. After hearing from more than 50 artists and organizers Thursday, they voted to stop funding Creative Pinellas, a group that gives grants to
That's the museum at the Botanical Gardens.
Yes.
Right there.
local artists and more.
There are many more folks that have reached out to us and have demanded that we reduce their property taxes.
There were a lot of very passionate speakers today who said that the grants changed their lives, but that's not tourism.
Ms. Crit said these are two separate conversations. And as a Pinellas County homeowner, she says she would want her property taxes to fund Creative Pinellas.
Grant programs allow
Well, you're kind of biased.
Yeah.
You're getting the money.
Right.
local artists to create the artwork, to put it in front of the tourists so that the tourists have enriching experiences when they get here.
Commissioners want Visit St. Pete Clearwater to take over.
Visit St. Pete Clearwater continues to break records this year with tourism.
Ms. Crit says without this funding, the artists will survive, but she feels some of the commissioners are out of touch with the county they represent.
I don't expect when I travel to Chicago that their commissioners care more about me than their residents.
Now, earlier today, Creative Pinellas said that they are exploring paths forward and will communicate decisions about their galleries and programs as soon as possible. Live in St. Pete tonight, Marilyn Parker.
I don't know. I got, my gut says that while I like it, if I like it so much, maybe if I'm saving money on property tax, maybe I'll just give some money myself.
How much is paint?
It's expensive.
Okay.
It's not cheap. And maybe I'm kind of a softie because I used to do a lot of art. I was like an exhibited artist in St. Petersburg. I've done paintings, and it's been a while, but I used to do that. So maybe I'm just a big softie for that reason. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? 813-693-2124, thehomemade.broadcast@gmail.com. You can get a hold of us there. We're live every Wednesday on YouTube at willsyoutube.com. So hopefully you'll join us then and maybe sign up for the Substack. It's free. HMBradio.substack.com. There's a paid version there, $5 a month. It's a really great way to support the show. And you get the podcast early, the full uncensored podcast that our regular podcast feed and Radio St. Pete does not get. So hopefully you'll consider signing up there. Even if you're signed up for the YouTube, still go sign up for the Substack, hmbradio.substack.com. Thank you. And we're going to get into some heavy stuff coming up next. So Radio St. Pete, hopefully you'll join us next week. willsyoutube.com. Talk to y'all later. Goodbye. All right. Heavy day.
Yeah.
Heavy day. Charlie Kirk. I don't know what you could say on YouTube, but I don't even think you could say the K word. Can you say the A word? I mean, that's literally what he was.
You could say the U word.
So what is that?
Unalived.
Okay. Charlie Kirk was unalived today at an event in, let me find the
Utah.
story. Utah.
Yeah.
You came in, you were very upset.
I've been crying for a couple hours now.
My dad's also very upset. Charlie Kirk, if you don't know, a Turning Point USA guy, right?
Founder. CEO, I mean, political commentator. I mean, he started a movement. I think a lot of the reason why Trump was elected president was because of Charlie Kirk, especially when you're talking about younger people, the younger folks. He kind of made being conservative cool. He was doing, he did a campaign, what do you call it? A campus campaign over the last year, 2024. And probably before then, talking to college students, talking to, voters about, their beliefs and why they believe what they believe. And which was incredible because obviously it's not the most friendly territory when you're going on college campuses doing a conservative talking tour.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you actually alerted me to the fact that he was shot. I saw what you sent me and I went, OF. Out loud, I go, OF, was Charlie Kirk shot? And then I was like, either if this is a fake story, it won't be posted everywhere. And then if, of course, New York Post, that's what it says. And I was, sorry, I'm like taking over now, but I started listening to Megyn Kelly. She went live and she was really upset. This is before he was confirmed dead. And him and her and Glenn Beck were talking, and they were talking about him in the past tense. And I was really confused because I was looking everywhere. I'm like, it doesn't say he's dead. What are they doing? Talking about how he was like open arms to Jesus, saying Psalm verses, whatever, Bible stuff, come on. And then Glenn Beck was dismissed, and it was just Megyn Kelly. And she goes, if you're just joining us, Charlie Kirk has been shot. And I have reports saying, she goes, it's not widely reported right now, but he's dead. Mm-hmm. And I was just like blown away. Immediately started crying, and I almost said where I work, but at my job, to the point a manager saw what I was looking at and came over, and she's like, are you okay? And I was like, oh, really? Mm-hmm. This really moved me in a weird way. I watched a 10-minute video of his last night, right before I went to bed. I watched one of his shorts, maybe an hour before he was shot, cause he's everywhere, and he's very much a part of my algorithm, if you know what I mean?
Yep. Sure.
So, this is such a giant loss for America, for conservatives. He was just, it's hard to fool me into me thinking you're a sincere person, but I really, truly believe that he was. He was like a man of God, seriously. And it's not easy. I'm not a religious person, as we all know, but to be a religious person is not easy. But he really promoted kind of like a Christ-like approach to life. He's trying to make saving yourself for marriage cool again. Mm-hmm. And he walked the walk, talked the talk, and people would say horrific things to him at these sorts of talks. Yep. He would never come back. He would just like, I pray for you, or, something like that. Mm-hmm. Christ-like. Yeah. He's the closest thing to Christ. And he was, unalived about 3 hours ago.
Yeah. It was pretty intense. I'm not a fan of his personally, but I know that he accomplished a lot, and especially, like you said, talking to kids at college campuses. Conservatives gave up on colleges and universities, because it was just overrun. It's just a liberal attitude on college campuses, so they kind of stopped going there. And this guy, say what you will about Turning Point, but he went and he talked to kids, and he would talk to people who were very abusive and shared, argue, I guess, with some of these kids. But he had a very huge following too. I mean, Here he is today, handing out Trump hats at the campus. And, this is just short time before he was, I don't know the words to use. I don't want to get us kicked off YouTube, but before he was unalived in Utah. So, I mean, he did a lot. I certainly understand his importance to that movement. And I'm saddened that this is where we're at. But this is where we're at. I mean, they tried to do it to the president before he was elected again. And you knew that this kind of stuff was going to continue. I saw that they dragged out some old guy who apparently said that he did it.
Yeah, that was super confusing. So the original footage that I saw right when this came out, there was a guy that was on the ground with his hands behind his back, old white bald man. And I was assuming that was the guy that shot him. And people were reporting that a man, I don't know if it was that white guy, but was saying, I would do it again. I would do it again. So I thought that they had the guy. Yeah. And then I got a news alert from CBS News saying that they, quote, released the guy they thought was the suspect. And I went, well, that's effing weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still an active crime scene. Why are you dismissing people? It was just really bizarre. And then I clicked on it, that article, couldn't find it. So that was kind of strange. I'm like, did they let him go? Was it a mistake and they instantly deleted it? I was very confusing. But I guess the guy or gal, the person is still on the loose. They don't have a person yet, even though they show a guy that's in custody. I don't know.
Well, apparently there is a suspect in custody now. This is kind of breaking within the past little bit. But Cash Patel said on social media that a suspect in the shooting is in custody. They're holding a news conference now, and they'll have updates soon. I wonder what this is. Let's see.
We are hearing from President Trump. He is on his Truth Social platform saying that Charlie Kirk has passed away. So again, I'm going to read to you what the president said. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me. And now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you. So again, President Trump telling us at this hour that Charlie Kirk has died. Kirk was shot at an event at Utah Valley University earlier today, shortly after noon, according to the university. There was a single shot that rang out. He was shot in the neck. And now the president of the United States, someone that Charlie Kirk was close to, is reporting that he has died.
Gosh, I don't even know what else to say about it. I mean, I'm very concerned about where we're headed here. And, you know, I feel like it's only going to get worse. My concern is that the response to these type of things are just going to start to come.
Yeah, I was pretty kind of blown away, but I guess by my own reaction to it. I was obviously still really upset, and I don't know. Like, it's so funny because, like, I'm obviously not a religious person or anything like that, but he was just a really solid dude, and he did a lot for this country. And he has a beautiful wife, and he has 2 kids. I read they're 3 years old and 1 year old.
Yeah, young. And
they're not going to remember their dad. And he's just like such a stellar human being, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, this is what comes. To me, the first thing that popped in my mind that this is not radicalization online. This rhetoric comes from CNN, and it comes from MSNBC. It's very commonplace. These are people every day tell you that we're living in a fascist society, and Nazis are running the country. They say that on their networks all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. And if that's true, then people would be justified to not allow that to happen by any means necessary. So I feel like this is on the heads of, you know, these networks, because this is not YouTube. This is not crazy Alex Jones. This is very mainstream attitude that we have out there. And, this guy was one of those people that they said was a hate monger and it's evil. And eventually somebody's going to do something about it.
Yeah. And they tried with Trump, obviously, as well. I mean, God
Yeah.
only knows what's behind that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I wish they would look
shady.
into that more.
That seems insane that a president was almost, shot and eliminated. And it just, like, evaporated. Like no
Yeah.
one's even talking about it. But yeah, this is a giant tragedy.
Yeah.
Such a huge I can't believe I was like, not that I was watching him every day, but like his shorts would come up a lot on YouTube for me because like I said, it was like it's in the algorithm.
Mhm.
But I watched like a 10-minute video the other day last night about just like dating and stuff, and just trying to be like a good husband and a good wife, and he loved being a father, and yeah, it's just really fucking sad is what
Yeah.
it is. He didn't deserve that. And if anyone ever like, if you actually like listen to him, you know, because people are like, oh, he's hateful, he's this. If you listen to him, it's just the most common sense, beautiful rhetoric ever.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, don't you want a man who takes the lead? Like, don't you want to have a child as a, like, whatever the case is, he was just a good dude. Just sad.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't think that you can, undermine what sort of force he was for that
Huge.
culture and that realm. But
he was just in Tampa last month for
yeah,
Turning
and there was a
Point.
bunch of protests over there calling
Oh,
him
yeah.
a Nazi. And
Yep.
what do you do to, it was punch a Nazi for a long time, but now, since they're in control of everything, what do you do? And this is just a natural progression of what mainstream media and press has been advocating for a long time. This is what they want. They want you dead. So you got to prepare for that.
Predictions
reality.
on the shooter. I think it's a white.
I think it's a white guy.
Male.
Can I be honest with you? This is a little tongue in cheek, but it was a good shot. So it makes me think white guy. I'm sorry.
Was he that far away? Like it was
It's 200 yards. I
okay.
think.
So I mean, that's not a hard shot to make, right? Question mark.
I mean, it's not easy. 200
And it
yards
was a
is
single
two football
shot, right?
fields.
I don't think anymore. I think it was just one. They said one shot rang out.
One, and it got him good. I mean, the videos were all over Twitter and Instagram.
Be careful out there.
I would imagine those are already being taken down, but
Yeah,
they were the initial one that I saw. It was kind of from far away.
Yeah, I was just like, it wasn't like fun to watch.
I
But
thought
I'm
he
like,
got hit in the shoulder. and I
yeah, it
was
looked like
oh
he got
my
hit in the
God.
shoulder. And then I was at work on Twitter, two no-nos, not doing that on work time, whatever. And then I saw a close-up. And that freaked me. I just closed all of my tabs. I'm just like, it's graphic.
Yeah, it was very graphic. I can't believe that it even went up online at all. That they did, but I guess how do you stop that?
Yeah, I
That's the
mean,
way
there's
it
like
goes.
thousands of people, hundreds of people there. Obviously, people want to see the footage. But you're right; it's probably getting taken down and stuff. But
yeah, it was. But there was just a lot of blood.
yes,
It was just
you
like
saw it, right?
Oh yeah,
right after I told you, I'm like, dude, like that fucked me up.
yeah. Let's see. It says that police have not announced the capture. Okay, so this one's from 10 minutes ago. USA Today said they have not announced the capture of the person, who fatally shot Charlie Kirk while he spoke at an outdoor event at Utah Valley University. Although authorities arrested a man shortly after a bullet hit Kirk in the neck area, they later said that he was not suspected in the shooting. So it was some old boomer, and he was saying, kill me.
I would do it again.
I would do it again.
But then that's not the guy, I guess.
It's not the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, I don't know what's going on. We'll find out by tonight. We should know by tonight.
I wonder. I mean, I have suspicions. If there seems to be a trend.
You think he was a trans shooter? Because that's exactly what he was talking about, by the way, when he got shot.
I heard him say something about gun violence,
gun violence,
and then talking about the the mass shootings, and he countered that a lot of it's just gang violence.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden the shot rang out. So it was kind of ironic that he was talking about gun. I wonder if that was timed.
I don't know.
Or something like that. Man, yeah, I don't know. It's very sad. He was a young guy. 31, which I didn't know he was that young. I mean, that's a baby still. I mean, I was going to say, you're kind of taking a risk being out supporting the president of the United States on a college campus, but it shouldn't be that way. I mean, you should be able to have these opinions, and it felt like things were changing where you kind of could have these opinions,
because
but
the tide was turning.
it is in some ways, and it isn't in others.
Well,
I
here's the
mean,
thing. I don't know this for a fact, but at least like the old boomers say, this wasn't. It was on a college campus, but it was open to the public.
Yeah.
So, and they were talking about, Megyn Kelly was talking about, or I can't remember who, but that maybe these things, you can't just have an open air rally thing like this because you can't really keep tabs on who's coming in and out, versus like if it's indoors, you can at least have security and metal detectors and see who's coming in and out of like a single entrance. But something like this where it's like open air, and you know what's messed up is like there's security all around him.
Yeah.
You know, but none of them in the spots where they should have been. Maybe
I think this was what I heard was that it was from a building on campus 200 yards away.
It was on a
and they
building?
knew where it came from. Yeah, it was like somebody was in a building,
Like
out of a window type of
Lee
thing.
Harvey Oswald.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. Utah Governor Cox described Kirk's as a political assassination and
That's what it
remarks to
was.
reporters. I mean, probably. You don't know, right? You don't have any confirmation of. I saw MSNBC say they weren't sure if it was
A celebration.
It could have been someone celebrating in the crowd and fired a gun.
Disgusting.
I mean, sure, could that be?
Yahoo!
Maybe, but come on. You know that's not it. I saw some other people saying this is why we shouldn't comment on this stuff right now because we don't know what the motive was. And you go, yeah, you do. I mean, come on. Be honest with yourself. You know why. I know they didn't explicitly say it yet, but you know why.
And what is the left going to say? Because they've already started saying it. This is why we need to ban guns.
Yeah, or we'll kill you.
This guy, right?
Yeah.
This guy, look at him. He was so pro, 2A.
Yeah.
He's dead now.
Well, this says, according to NBC, authorities are still, this is 15 minutes ago.
What is going on?
Police are still searching for a person of interest. There was one shot fired and one victim, while the suspect is at large. I thought Kash Patel said they had somebody.
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see if I can find.
Updated this is.
Let's see. Let me search up the Cash Man. FBI
On
director.
roof.
Cash.
Holy.
Let's see. He says the subject for the horrific shooting today that took the life of Charlie Kirk is now in custody. This is 26 minutes ago.
Okay.
Thank you.
I would trust that more than, who knows?
Yeah. We are aware of the tragic situation unfolding in Denver. The FBI is on the scene.
Denver.
Maybe there's something else that happened in Denver an hour ago. I don't know.
Jesus.
Utah
Christ.
Valley University. Man, yeah. I don't know. One new update. What does this say? Authorities give mixed answers on suspect,
Yeah.
but say a person of interest is in custody. While Commissioner Bo Mason told reporters that the suspect is at large, Utah Governor Spencer Cox said a person of interest is currently being interviewed in connection to the shooting. The
What do you mean
person
being interviewed? Like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, that
Like
person,
he got away?
Mm-hmm. George Zinn was the old guy that was getting drug out, initially detained after the shooting, but was not a match to the suspected shooter's
So
description.
why was he like, I would do it again? Did he have a gun on him? Like, what? I don't know what's going on, folks. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, it's very confusing.
I'm not sure either. Maybe it was a collusion type of thing. Maybe he was supposed to take the fall because he's an old dickhead.
Patsy.
And you're
but,
old and
but it didn't work.
didn't work. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Would
Mhm.
you get in trouble for being the fall guy? Like is that a crime, like misleading authorities?
It's accessory to a crime,
Okay.
right?
I'm asking. I don't
I
know.
would
If you
think
say, hey,
so.
I did it, but you didn't, and then that helps the actual perp get away.
Right.
Yeah, I guess that's like aiding and abetting.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a nightmare. This is really sad.
Like I said, I'm just fearful about the escalation of this thing. Because I'm telling you, you're antagonizing a group of people who have been pretty cool, who have been poked with a stick, but they are the ones with with the guns, really, in this country. And you're really demonizing them to the point where they might feel like they have to protect themselves. I'm fearful of that, very much so. And it's something that's not sustainable. And you're right. The things that I've been seeing, it's weird how that message gets out so quick.
What?
Like you were saying that people, like my friends online, my lefty friends are all like, this is why we need to ban guns.
They said that?
Many of them did. Yeah. Because, people are doing these heinous crimes. They wouldn't do it. It's not like they wouldn't drive a car or strap a bomb to themselves, like find other ways to do it. But
Sure.
I don't know. It is just a tragedy, really a tragedy. I don't know. Do you have anything else to say?
As far as like banning guns,
yeah,
it's just not in the realm of reality, of realistic possibilities. So I think it's kind of silly to keep talking about it. There's, I think, somewhere in the ballpark of like 400 to 450 million guns.
Yeah.
Civilian-owned guns. That's well, I don't know how many people there are in the United States anymore, but like, let's just say it's about 350 million. I mean, that's like
now
100.
it's like
that's what I'm saying. Like, who knows?
400.
But like civilian-owned registered guns, something, and obviously that number is less than how many guns actually are, because that doesn't account for ghost guns or
what are they
unregistered.
Do? Like how? Okay, let's say
walk us through what that looks like to take. You want to do a buyback thing like they did in Australia? Okay, well that was 6 provinces, maybe 20 million people at the time, and who knows how many guns. Yeah. This was in 1995 or 6 in Australia. People always like to bring that up as like the example. Well, they didn't in Australia. Yeah, but it's not written into their freaking constitution like it is with ours. And there's 450 million guns. What are you going to do? You going to get all of them?
I mean, you can offer me money for them, but they're not for sale.
Right.
I don't want to sell them.
Correct.
I'd like to keep them.
And then what are you going to do to come get my guns? Are you going to use guns to come get my guns?
Yes. I think
you're going to do that with every single person in the United States? It's just not feasible. So people need to shut up about that, because it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. It's just kind of reality of it's our culture. It's in our Bill of Rights.
Yes.
And unfortunately, there are circumstances where people get their hands on guns and do terrible things with them, but they would probably do that anyway with some other tool.
Yep, absolutely.
So I'm not going to give up my right. This is actually a right, too. This isn't like healthcare is a right. Like this is written in the
Bill
of founding
Rights
document.
Your right to own a gun. I mean, it's not like a universal right. It can get taken away if you're like a felon or prisoner or something like that. But if you are a law-abiding legal citizen, you can own a firearm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely don't think that the key is no guns, because there's always going to be guns. Just kind of the nature.
I wonder how long. Like, let's say you could snap your fingers and. Somebody gets 3 wishes and then somebody wishes for all the guns to be gone. How long would it take before there was a gun back through the border from Mexico or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Minutes?
Probably.
I mean, there's still a need. There's still a want. Still a desire there.
Right.
And I don't know. I mean, it is weird that America I think there's more guns in America than any other country, right? Does Russia allow people to have guns?
I don't think so.
Really?
I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know their
China certainly doesn't.
No, you can't even have Facebook. You think you can have a gun? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And people you take away everyone's gun. Let's just hypothetical. People will print them. Like the technology is there where you can create parts of a gun and people can jerry rig stuff together. Like it's just not happening. It's not freaking happening. What are you going to use, tanks and go into everybody's home and mow them down? Like, it's just not happening.
Go door to door. Yeah, I think, there'd be a lot of people would perish.
In that fight.
Including, the people who come to get them. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I understand that it's different here than in other places in the world, but I mean, half the country thinks that that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, I've changed my stance on something recently.
Really?
Yeah, I used to be anti-capital punishment. Not anymore. Not because of this, but it's been in the works for quite a few months now where I'm like, you know what? I'm not so against it anymore. I used to be against, not because I had some sort of feeling or compassion for people who are on death row have committed horrific crimes. More so like I didn't want to give the state the power to take lives.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, you know what? We go to war and I'm cool with that sometimes.
Yeah, but
civilians are
going to
die. I know, but I'm just like, it's still a life. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
True.
Do what you got to do. You know what? I kind of feel the same way about this now.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm teetering too, because I was very anti-capital
Really?
punishment.
You were?
But then you see videos like that guy just stabbed that lady on the bus. And I go, there's just video evidence. Like, just get rid of him. You can't, he's not equipped for society.
And
so
then
when it's so brazen, like if you go through a trial and people are like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do.
Did he do it?
Did he do it?
Did
Did
he
he not
not?
do it? I don't know. And then people are pressuring you. There's 6-1 and you're a lone, holdout. And they're like, yeah, we're going to convict them. And you're like, oh gosh, I don't know. And then you're like, I haven't been home in a month and I'm hungry. And you're just like, fine, I'll convict him. And then they go, okay, we're going to put the death penalty into play here. That to me is scary. But when there's a video of,
yeah, dude,
just get rid of it.
Honestly, when I first
there's
saw
a shadow of a doubt, maybe not. But if there's a video of it, then okay, I'm pro.
Yeah.
At that point.
I do have to say though, and again, this is not victim blaming, but when I saw her like before it even happened, the young Ukrainian girl get on the train or bus or whatever, I was just like, what are you doing? Like, before the actual act, I was just like, what are you doing? Why are you sitting in front of him with your back to him? What are you?
She doesn't have the experience. She doesn't have the experience of living
We
here,
don't have black people.
We don't know what these things are like.
We don't have black people in the Ukraine.
Yeah. That was a terrible, that video somehow did not get put online.
I
Maybe
don't
it
want to
did
watch
initially.
that. I don't.
But you know what? That was a crazy guy too.
He
Supposedly
was
he had,
a paranoid
schizophrenia.
Yeah, it's fine.
This goes open the asylums back up. That guy should have never been on the streets.
But he never committed a crime before, right?
He committed many crimes.
Oh, okay.
Some of them apparently violent crimes too.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So he was a danger to the community.
Right, but good thing there was a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
That's comparable to the Carmelo Anthony thing.
It's unbelievable. It's even worse.
Yes.
Because the Carmelo Anthony thing, there was
claim it was defense.
Yeah, speculation of self-defense, which still it's like no. But
this young girl,
he just unalived her on the bus.
And similar death to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Not, but same injury,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm interested to see what that person identifies as. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. We'll probably know by tonight, you reckon? I think we'll know.
I don't know.
There's a lot of pressure to get information out, I think, on this. People are pissed.
Yeah.
I'm devastated. Like, I'm not kidding. I literally watched a video short of him. The Jubilee things that they do. I like those.
Mm-mm.
Yes, you do. It's like one conservative versus 20 liberals. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
the Jubilees.
Yeah, sure.
And
I didn't know that's what they were called.
Yeah, and I watched like a short of that about some trans thing, and in my mind I'm like, got him, like, go Charlie. And then an hour later you texted me and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. I like I said, I wasn't really a fan. I didn't watch his content myself, but I certainly understood the gravitas and the culture that he brought. And like I said, just going and talking to young people was something that
on college campuses,
yeah, they just didn't do. They totally bailed.
You see or saw a sea of red hats, young people, college campuses, like, woo, men being men, yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
You know what?
Big loss.
Yeah,
Certainly
it's like
big loss.
This is usually when you kind of weave God into the conversation, but I don't believe in that. But I just, all I can say is that I feel like I've been deeply like influenced in a good way. He led by example. Phenomenal person, it seems. And he was like, it seems like he was like liked by everybody, you know? I mean, it's also easy to say because he's like dead now. So, you know, the person that got fucked over with him this is not the moment to say something. But yeah, just an incredible man. And he accomplished a lot in his 31 years. Really sad for his wife and kids.
Yes,
his wife.
That's awful.
I can't even imagine. I keep like thinking about like what she's going through in this exact moment.
Yeah.
Like my kids aren't going to have a dad. I'm not going to have a husband. Will I ever recover from this? Will I ever smile again?
All over
ruined my life. This
opinions that differ from yours about, you know, just being, this is the thing. Like you can get rid of these people. You can get rid of, you know, the president. Eventually he's going to be gone anyways when he, you know, terms out.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to stop the ideas that are out there.
Yeah.
And you have to talk about them and convince the masses that your ideas are better than this other team's ideas. And it seems like the other team is rage quitting and just deciding that maybe they might, I don't know, take matters into their own hands, past words and move on to actions.
I guess there's a Colorado high school shooting.
Oh, good. Okay,
just
so that's
to take
going
the
on
pressure
too.
off.
Wonderful.
Columbine.
Yeah. Senior FBI official, this just came out, NBC News is reporting, told NBC News that the person of interest announced by Utah authorities is the same person that FBI Cash Patel is referring to in an ex post prior to tonight's press conference. They are confident that this is the shooter, so still hasn't been released. But
can you refresh somewhere else and see if they've released any?
Yeah, let's go to CNN
or like New York Post or Drudge, maybe.
Yeah, let's see.
He was on that building.
Oh, the roof.
Or the roof, I mean.
This is video.
This is unbelievable that this happened again.
On the roof.
Yep.
I mean, this wasn't, you know, a political figure. This was a radio host, essentially.
I mean, he's a political figure. He wasn't in politics.
I know he's a conservative. Yes, I get it, but he's not entertainment. You know, he's like us, but better.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And he's just there, but apparently that's him on the roof there. Some video.
Do you see a human being?
Yeah, you kind of see it.
Oh, like at the top there?
Yeah, right there. That little nudge. So he doesn't have secret, like who's really, you can have security, but who's going to see that?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you don't have Secret Service protection,
that's true.
Secret Service goes out. Well, we learned in Butler, Pennsylvania, that didn't really happen that day, but generally they, you know, survey the whole area for hundreds of yards and determine if there are any places that would maybe be a good shot. For example, they didn't really do that in Butler, but typically in the past, that's what they've done. But they, you know, he doesn't have Secret Service protection.
No,
he's got local security, I'm sure, security guards.
Sure.
So this was, you know.
You're right. And it's like, how many times do you have like events like this? You're going to do this for everybody, and
right.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of work that goes into that, but
yeah,
it's devastating. Are blaming Charlie Kirk? Of course they are. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I want to hear what Mom Donnie has to say. I'm sure he's sad.
Yeah. Oh, people online are
disgusting.
It's really vile. I mean, there's no way they would say these things.
Unbelievable. I saw people posting just like laughy faces, free Palestine, you know, just sick shit like that.
Yeah, it's disturbing. All right, let me go to New York Post and see if there's anything on the front page. See if they have anything. They're usually pretty good.
Captured. Okay. Do we have a name? Male. Give us something. White.
Maniac gunman who assassinated MAGA conservative influencer Charlie Kirk during an outdoor event is in custody, Cash Patel said. So no. Nothing yet.
Okay.
All right. Guess we're just too early. I don't know if we're gonna find out because, you know, you kind of don't want to glorify these killers,
right? But you gotta let the people know. I feel like
back and
what's
forth
going on.
Yeah. But you know, I know it's some people are doing the can't rush to judgment thing. I mean, you can.
Judgment about what?
About the motives or who it was or what it was or.
Okay.
That's how we got here to begin with, is by doing that. But yeah, y'all know.
Yeah, I don't think they were targeting him because he was a brunette.
Right.
I don't know.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. All right. Anyway, I guess we'll get out of here. Very sad news. Condolences, to the family. And hopefully this is a wake-up call in a good way that we need to calm down a little bit. Stop using inappropriate language. Like, learn what words mean. Look up what fascism is. And does it really apply to your enemy? Look up communists too, for that matter, and find out if that really applies to your ideological enemy. You need to tamper down this rhetoric. And not even us, but CNN and MSNBC and those people. I think the blood is on their hands, personally. So hopefully they listen. I don't think they will.
Never
I have a sneaking suspicion that they will not. But I hope they do. And Godspeed, everybody. And we'll talk to you next week.